sunshine. Mum, you slept 12 hours. That Mr. Dalgleish is here.
The state she was in.
Brenda'll be all right, Arthur.
She ain't faced the worst of it yet, have she? What's life got to be like for her in this village until all them murders are solved?
Good Lord, no one's going to suspect Brenda.
And there's a slander, gossip. Folk around here are superstitious. I don't forget, let alone forgive. There's such a thing as being tainted with bad luck.
The lass is fine. She's had a nasty shock, but it's nothing that a good night's sleep hasn't put right. She's young, healthy. Take more than a couple of corpses to turn her into a neurotic wreck. My family's been doctoring yours for 3 generations. There's none of you gone off your heads yet.
She's not too bad. You can go up now, she says.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, of course. I'm calling next at Sproat's cottage.
Oh, right. If Miss Foley's fit enough to see us, perhaps you could telephone me here.
Yes, I will. And you, Arthur, can drop all this morbid nonsense about people gossiping about Brenda. She'll be the local heroine, more likely.
Hello again, how are you?
All right.
Good. Strictly speaking, we should have a policewoman with us.
Well, I don't mind.
Yes, but your mother may.
Oh, I dare say it'll be all right. It's you questioning her, taking it all up again, I mind.
Don't worry, Mrs. Pridmore. Talking about it may help.
If you say so.
Poor Mum. Me finding one body was bad enough.
You may sit down. Thank you.
I told her I wanted to talk about last night. She wouldn't believe me. I do wish I hadn't fainted, though. You tried to bring me round, didn't you?
Yes.
I don't remember much, except for ringing the chapel bell.
Well, that was clever of you. We were parked in Hoggart's Drive, so we heard you. Otherwise, it might have been hours before Miss Mawson's body was discovered.
It weren't clever, it were panic. Somebody cut my tyres, so I took a shortcut through the grounds, pushing my bike. And it got ever so dark and scary, and I started imagining things. It sounds silly now, but it wasn't then.
We found your bike, we're checking out, but I don't think it had anything to do with what happened in the chapel. Now, did you get the impression there might have been someone else in the chapel?
You think she was murdered, and that the murderer was still there when I came in?
Well, you obviously didn't get that impression at the time.
Well, no. Well, I just saw her hanging there, with a chair tipped over.
You're quite sure it was tipped over?
Well, yes. Well, she must have kicked it away, so I thought she committed suicide. Hadn't she?
I don't think so. We'll know more after the post-mortem, perhaps. So you grabbed the chair, you stood on it, you do reach for the bell rope.
Was that why Inspector Massingham took away my shoes last night? Mum told me. I shouldn't have used that chair, should I? Well, now you won't be able to tell whether any marks or soil came from my shoes or hers. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Brenda, did you turn the lights on?
Yes.
And were the candles already burning?
Yes. It was seeing their glow made me run to the chapel in the first place. Do you think she lit them before she committed suicide? Oh, but you don't think she did. Well, then why didn't whoever it was blow them out or shut the door?
They wanted it to look like suicide.
It's still a strange way to kill someone. But suicides do often hang themselves. Well, Mr. Boland's pigman did, and old Vera Makepeace. You see, round here, people usually hang themselves or shoot themselves. Because, well, on a farm, there's always a gun or a rope.
You make the thing sound terrible.
Well, they can be in winter.
Yeah. Did you know Miss Mawson?
Not really. Well, she came to the lab once with Miss Foley, that's all. So just by sight. Well, she's famous, isn't she?
Well, she wrote very good novels, yes. Right, you've been very helpful. Brenda, thank you.
You know, I don't think Mum and Dad will let me go back to the lab now. In fact, I'm sure they won't. Well, they want me to marry Gerald Bolam. His family own this farm. I think I'd like to marry him. At least, I never thought of marrying anybody else. But not just yet. It'd be nice to have a proper career first. But Mum will fret if I stay on at the lab. And you can't hurt people when they love you.